We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans. And anticipation has been high all week for this one. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the Astronauts taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Astronauts will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Running through contact. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So San Jose State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Back to throw, it's Adams. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He looks that one in nicely. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Makes one man miss. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Astronauts offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Takes the handoff. It's O'Neal. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. On the option. He'll do it himself. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And the Astronauts will punt it away on 4th down. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yard to help out the other. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive 1st down play and 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets it out fast. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Spartans are on the move. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisiana showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Here comes the option. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Astronauts come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just a middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. They'll run the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Astronauts will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Jolly. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to break down anyway, but the speed is what makes...
Touchdown, Spartan! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's May. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this is a guy who is very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out, and here he is getting his first in the game.
The Astronauts will punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Adams. Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Spartans look to do some damage in the red zone. Shoots it to the left. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the 1st quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Give to the big fullback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He'll ride his man on the option. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's May. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Astronauts are on the move. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game. And they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Adams. Safe completion on the screen.
Oh, he left him grabbing.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And now on 1st down after converting with the run. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
Now with a red zone opportunity.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up 14 over the Sharks. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now on the option. Now the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. They're bringing heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Astronauts line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to run for it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. He'll pull it on the read. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Adams. Gets it to the back. And more yards yards after contact. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Finds his tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that is another.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to get it in with the run. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, San Jose State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Goes to the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. On the option. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. And the Astronauts come to the line with a new set of downs. The back goes in motion. The option look. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. On the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. On the option. Now the toss. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Astronauts send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they're able to make the tackle. A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Flying down the right side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Spartans.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First down here for the offense. Here comes the option. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the Astronauts will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Spartans!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide, you got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They give to the big fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jolly. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over Ohio. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds space on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
1st and goal, San Jose State.
To the air, it's Adams. Got it! And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw it again. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
San Jose State, 66, Astronauts.
On the move from inside his 5.
The return.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now on 3rd down after that run.
It's 3rd down.
They'll run the option. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Astronauts come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the fullback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Feeling some heat. They're setting up the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10.
Good enough.
Now on the option. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Goes to the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. On the option. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. And the Astronauts will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The option look. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On the option. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Astronauts have moved it inside the 20. On the option. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here comes the option. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
First down for the offense.
Trying to run it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Number 7.
Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. RPO complete to open the drive.
And they throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Adams. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. He finds his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They keep attacking through the air. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Liberty has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 22 over New Mexico State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking for a gap. It's O'Neal. And the Astronauts decide to punt it away.
Number 8 on to kick it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in San Jose than you have? A captivating game so far. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Seth Q Stadium.
And the Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll run the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Second down coming up. They'll run the option. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Astronauts will send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Jolly. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Spartans will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. On the option. And the Astronauts will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
The option look. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up.
Oh, what a move to get open. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. I mean, just have a day already. He's right on the cusp of 500 yards through the air.
And I know he did an outstanding job all week long in practice, watching film and taking every rep seriously and personally on the practice field building up to this one, because he's barely made any mistakes today.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Adams. Got his man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Only a place to be tackled immediately. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. They'll throw it from the red zone. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
On the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The give to the fullback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. It's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The San Jose State offense is back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Got his man down the middle. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd. Touchdown, Spartans! And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here comes the option. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. They'll run the option. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think, Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, San Jose State. And the route is on.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
87. Astronauts. 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the lone running back. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Now on the option. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Astronauts getting set on 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Off play action. Snags it. Touchdown, San Jose State. And the punishment has been extended. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Charlotte pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The 49ers were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Mine just way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Astronauts will punt it away on 4th down. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Quarterback checking off. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. The play action fake. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Makes the grab on the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking downfield, it's Adams. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Spartans! And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking deep down the right side. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Ball's out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. The astronauts will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Jolly. Just trucks through it. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
1st down here for the offense. Goes to the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none be found as he stopped at the 23. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Adams. Firing to the right, complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got his man in the middle. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. He wants to throw. Looking left. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. A little screen to the running back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, San Jose State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. La Tech delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in CUSA. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ruston.
Trying to start the drive with a pass.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Had to throw it before he wanted. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Astronauts will punt this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to pick up the first. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires toward the target. It's caught. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Astronauts come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's got it on the run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line. And that's good enough.
On the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Astronauts!
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And he tacked on the extra point. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, San Jose State. And the stomping has commenced.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
PAT unit on the field.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense.
First and 10.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Good enough for first down.
They'll throw it on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, he drops to throw. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. And the Astronauts line up to punt it away.
Brings up fourth down.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. The give to the back. Open space at the 25. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Quarterback checking the play. He'll do it himself. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. And the Spartans have it with a first and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Makes his man miss.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Might as well give it to him again. Dances away from the D.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.